In this video, I'm going to provide some guidelines for the book review assignment. We're going to cover two topics. First, we're going to look at what academic writing is. See, a book review is a form of academic writing, and so it's going to also, just like other forms of academic writing, like an essay, it's going to have particular characteristics that are common across all forms of academic writing. Next, I'm going to consider what the purpose of a book review is. And so these two topics are going to help you as you complete this assignment. First then, what and how do we characterize academic writing? Well, I think we can at least say these four things. Academic writing has an argument, it involves research, it has structure, and it has style. So argument, research, structure, style. We can apply this to a book review. So first, a book review will have a clear and concise argument or thesis. Now, a thesis, in the case of a book review, will differ from that of an essay. So a book review, the thesis, what it's going to do is present a clear statement of your evaluation of the book. And so in this thesis statement, you're going to concisely articulate the extent to which the author fulfills his or her purpose. Second, a book review is going to have scholarly research, just like other forms of academic writing. But in the case of a book review, your primary source material is the book itself. And so you need to be very familiar with the book's argument, with its content. You're going to have to read it once, if not more than once. Third, academic writing exhibits clear and coherent structure. That is, academic writing is organized. So this organization should be evident to the reader or grader of your book review. So every portion of your book review should contribute to the whole. So you have to think not only in terms of the entirety of the book review, but you also have to think in terms of the paragraphs that make up the book review and the individual sentences. As you're writing, think about your thesis statement, what you're trying to argue and your evaluative case regarding this book. And every single section should contribute to that main argument. Lastly, academic writing has literary style. Now, when we use the term style, or how I'm using the term style here, we have to think in broad terms. So style not only includes things like it should be free from grammatical and spelling errors and typos, things of that nature, but also style in the sense that it should be marked by clarity of expression, okay? And finally, style also refers to what we call formatting. And so a book review, like an essay, should follow the formatting guidelines of academic writing. Next, what is the purpose of a book review? I think we can identify these three purposes of a book review, and I hope that this is helpful as you begin to write yours. So, a critical book review has three tasks. You're to read, you're to respond, and you're to reflect. Each of these tasks is imperative to the overall success of your review. And additionally, you can actually structure your book review along these guidelines. So we need to read charitably. So in the first portion of a book review, I want you to offer a summary of the book. So this section must include the following elements: the thesis or the main argument of the book, the author's purpose or objectives, and also the argumentative flow of the book. That is, understanding the author's purpose and thesis, how does he or she actually organize the argument of the book? Next, you need to respond critically. So the second portion of a book review is this critical response, and it should be both critical, that is evaluative, and also charitable. So sometimes students focus solely on the first portion of the book review. They focus on the summary portion, but this is a mistake. In fact, the critical portion of the book review is the most important section. Here, you take what you've talked about in the first portion, that is this overall summary of the book, and you offer your evaluation of that. Here, you're going to ask questions like, does the author adequately respond to objections? Does each chapter contribute to the overall thesis? To what extent does the book accomplish its purpose or objectives? Now, in the final portion of the book review, you're going to do what I call reflect Christianly. That is, you're going to offer a personal and pastorally reflective reflection on the thesis, objectives, and content of the book. Now here, you notice that I'm saying that it's both pastoral and personal. That means that I want you to apply the the content of the book's material, both to your pastoral ministry, however you're serving and involved in the church, but I also am concerned for you to apply it to your personal discipleship, your personal spirituality. Here you can ask questions like, how does the book contribute to your ministry? In this video, we have talked about two things. We've talked about first academic writing as a whole, and we've talked about how a book review as a form of academic writing will share traits with other forms of academic writing. Next, we looked at the purpose of a book review, and we said that you need to both read, respond, and reflect.